This is the Jewish space laser lady. She's just QAnon. She's just the worst. She's just the fucking worst. Anyway, she made floor remarks, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Well, I mean, today if you're still awake, but February 4th. And so earlier today, I guess. And I have all 10 minutes of that from C-SPAN, so let's check that out. Marjorie Taylor Greene just saying crazy shit for 10 minutes. Who wants to hear some crazy shit? I think we ought to. The Jewsers? They're Jewish lasers. Jewsers. I don't know. That still sounds a little stank on it. I don't know. Zap, zap. Oh, boy. She was voted out of her committee duties. Yep. She lost her committee duties today. Yeah, so she's got a free speech mask. She's absolutely nutter butters. And she is dog shit. You got fresh hot tendies? Let's fucking do it. Hell yeah, fresh tendies. So this is Marjorie Taylor Greene, a representative, a dum-dum, with a free speech mask, saying words. Let's fucking go.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, my Democrat colleagues, Republican colleagues,
where's the caption?
My
C-SPAN.
district back home in Georgia 14, to the American people, to my mom and dad, and my husband and my children. I've been here for 1 month and a day, and I've gotten to know part of my conference, my Republican colleagues, but not even all of them yet.
Wow, not even all of them. She's wearing a mask. I can't understand her. That's true. That's how that works. She announced she's going to hold a press conference today after being booted off the committees. Okay, who cares? She's trash.
I haven't gotten to know any of my Democrat colleagues, and I haven't had to have any conversations with any of you to tell you who I am and what I'm about. You only know me by how Media Matters, CNN, MSNBC, and the rest of the mainstream media is portraying me.
Wow, yeah, that sounds like a person I want to get to know. MSNBC, CNN, only the mainstream media. Okay, all right, so you're saying that stuff, and we think, you know what? Maybe a reasonable person.
What you don't know about me is that I'm a very proud wife of almost 25 years.
Wow, cool. No one gives a shit.
That I'm a mother of 3 children, and I consider being a mother the greatest blessing of my life and the greatest thing that I'll ever achieve.
Is she virtue signaling being come in 3 times to conception and then shooting them out and then not giving a shit about them if they happen to be LGBT or what? Like 3 different times she said, don't pull out. You know what I mean? And I mean, calm down. You know what I mean? Not really wife groundbreaking. Like, look. We're all doing a version of what you're doing, man. Like, chill the fuck out. You got, look, hey, that's 3 nuts. That's more nuts than some of us get, okay? Certainly more times than I've been coming. But I think maybe you're probably not a very good mom, okay? Because, I mean, just listen to the fucking words you say. If one of your kids ends up being trans, you're going to be the worst fucking piece of shit ever. Like, I don't need this. I don't need your bullshit. Fucking, your virtue say, I'm a mom. I don't care. You're a dumb person who's bad and you hurt people. I do not care if you are a mom. It does not delete one of your bads.
I'm proudly the first person to graduate college in my family, making my parents very happy and proud.
Cool, man.
I'm also a very successful business owner.
Wow.
We've grown our company from 1 state to 11 states. I'm a very hard worker.
Cool. Is that emoluments shit right there? Not really, because not president. But like, shout out to my own company. Like, who gives a fuck? Do you think people on the left are like, oh, proud business owner, cool?
I've always paid my taxes. I've never been arrested. I've never done drugs, but I've gotten a few speeding tickets in my day.
Ha 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 ha! She's so relatable.
What you need to know about me is I'm a very regular American.
You're not a regular American. You're a loony bin.
Just like the people I represent in my district and most people across the country.
Not most people. Literally, you don't represent most people. Hey, do you think most people have a business that spans 11 states? What? Just like most people, I'm a millionaire. Like, net worth. Marjorie Taylor Greene raised $1.6 million and she donated $900,000 of that herself.
I never ever considered to run for Congress or even get involved in politics. As a matter of fact, I wasn't a political person until I found a candidate that I really liked, and his name is Donald J. Trump when he ran for president.
Wow. When I found Donald J. Trump, I got really excited because he was saying the quiet parts out loud.
To me, he was someone I could relate to, someone that I enjoyed his plain talk.
His plain talk.
Not the offensive things, but just the way he talked normally.
Not the offensive things. Name some offensive things he's done that you don't like. Go ahead. This is why I would be a really, really good politician, I think. Or a bad one in their eyes. Like a good politician for you guys, but a bad politician in politicians' eyes. Because then you just stop and go, okay, name some bad shit he did. Rocking a hard place, bitch. Like, what's she going to say? Nothing. She literally can't. If she says it, she alienates her fucking, her base. It was offensive that he didn't say the N-word on stage. That's true.
And I thought, finally, maybe this is someone that will do something about the things that deeply bother me. Like the fact that we're so deeply in debt that our country has murdered over 62 million people in the womb.
Wait. Wait. Hold on. We're in debt, so we do abortions? What? How does that? Is there a fetus bounty I don't know about? I don't know. Is there fucking Mandalorians out here like snatching babies out with like laser lances? Does she know how capitalism works? Like America needs exploitable labor to make capital to make up for deficit. This is why people are poor. Like, because they don't give that money to people, they give it to themselves to talk about debt. By the way, in the system, you want debt? I'm just tossing that out there. In this system, debt is a good thing. It represents your fucking buying power and your interactions in the market. Sorry, Marge.
The fact that our borders are open and some of my friends have had their children murdered by illegal aliens.
Some of your friends have had children murdered by illegal aliens. What? Some of your friends have had children murdered by illegal aliens.
Or perhaps that maybe we can stop sending our sons and daughters to fight in foreign wars.
That was George W. Bush. And then Donald Trump came in and exceeded the number of bombings that Obama did, which, by the way, were a lot of bombings. He then bragged about the mother of all bombs when he dropped that. Like, what the fuck? What?
And be used as the world's police, basically.
That's American hegemony. What are you talking about? You like that? What? Holy fucking shit.
Or maybe that our government would stand up for our American businesses and our American jobs and make the American people and the American taxpayers their focus.
What does that mean?
These are the things that I care about deeply. So when we elected
what does that mean?
President Trump, and then I started seeing things in the news that didn't make sense to me, like Russian collusion which are conspiracy theories also and have been proven so. These things bothered me deeply, and I realized just watching CNN or Fox News, I may not find the truth. And so what I did is I started looking up things on the internet, asking questions like most people do every
I went to Newsmax, OAN. After I found the real news, you know? Went on the internet, little Q action, find some real answers.
day. Use Google. And I stumbled across something, and this was at the end of 2017, called QAnon.
Oh my God. Wow. She's actually, wow. 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 Okay.
Well, these posts were mainly about this Russian collusion information. A lot of it was some of what I would see on the news at night. And I
What?
got very interested in it. So I posted about it on Facebook. I read about it. I
Holy
talked about
fucking
it.
shit, dude.
I asked questions about it.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
And then more information came from it. But you see, here's the problem. Throughout 2018, because I was upset about things and didn't trust the government really, because the people here weren't doing the things that I thought they should be doing for us,
You're the government now.
the things that I just told you I cared about. And I
What things do you care about? She said American taxpayer. What does that mean? What do you mean? How do you go about caring about them? It's not prescriptive at all.
want you to know a lot of Americans don't trust our government, and that's sad. The problem with that is, though, is I was allowed to believe things that weren't true, and I would ask questions about them and talk about them.
Like Q?
And that is absolutely what I regret. Because if it weren't for the Facebook post and comments that I liked in 2018, I wouldn't be standing here today, and you couldn't point a finger and accuse me of anything wrong. Because
What?
I've lived a very good life that I'm proud of, my family's proud of.
Wait, does this thought process make sense to her? I don't actually understand where that came from. What does that mean? She disagrees with Q, but definitely likes Q, but regrets it, but doesn't regret it because that's why she got elected? I don't...
My husband's proud of, my children are proud of, and that's what my district elected me for. So later in 2018, when I started finding misinformation, lies, things that were not true in these QAnon posts, I stopped believing it. And I want to tell you, any source, and I say this to everyone, any source of information that is a mix of truth and a mix of lies is dangerous, no matter what it is saying, what party it is helping,
So I don't like Q anymore.
anything or any country it's about. It's dangerous.
So she doesn't like Q anymore today? What?
And these are the things that happen on the left and the right.
No, left-wing people do not agree with Q. What are you talking about?
And it is a true problem in our country. So I walked away from those things, and I decided I'm going to do what I've done all my life. I'm going to work hard and try to solve the problems that I'm upset about. So I started getting involved in politics. You see, school shootings are absolutely real.
Oh, boy.
And every child
boy.
that is lost, those families mourn it.
But
I understand how terrible it is because when I was 16
But-
years old in 11th grade, my school was a gun-free school zone, and one of my schoolmates brought guns
boy.
to school and took our entire school hostage.
oh, boy.
And that happened right down the hall from my classroom.
Oh, boy.
I know the fear that David Hogg had that day.
Oh,
I know
God.
the fear
Oh, fucking jeez. She harassed David Hogg, for the record. She, tracked him down.
that these kids have. And this is why, and I say this sincerely with all my heart, because I love our kids, every single one of your children,
Something teachers should have guns?
all of our children. I truly believe that children at school should never be left unprotected. I believe they should be just as protected as we were with
Wait.
30,000 National Guardsmen. Our children are our
Wait, what?
future, and they're our most precious resource.
So we need to have National Guardsmen at schools to protect children from people with guns? Wait, 30,000 guards at every school? Or I assume she means spread out to every school. How many? I'm assuming there's how many schools in the U.S.? Oh. 30,000 National Guardsmen. There are 130,930 K-12 schools in the U.S. So 100,000 schools, almost 11,000 schools. Fuck you. Okay? But 30,000 of them, you get one National Guardsman. Hell yeah.
I also want to tell you 9/11 absolutely happened.
Oh, wow. What a fucking hot take.
I remember that day crying all day long watching it on the news. Mm-hmm. And it's a tragedy for anyone to say it didn't happen. And so that I definitely want to tell you, I do not believe that it's fake. I also want to tell you that we've got to do better.
Okay.
You see, big media companies can take teeny tiny pieces of words that I've said, that you have said, any of us, and can portray us into someone that we're not. And that
Marjorie Taylor Greene was not in the classrooms affected by this hostage situation, by the way, according to the Atlantic Journal, I believe it's called. Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Yeah. Thanks for that link, by the way. Thanks, buddy.
that is wrong. Cancel culture is a real thing.
Oh
it
my
is
God,
very
dude.
real.
Holy fuck.
And when big tech companies like Twitter, you can scroll through and see where someone may have retweeted porn.
Oh boy, this is
a
really
problem.
bad. This is really bad.
This is a terrible, terrible thing. But yet, when I say that I absolutely believe with all my heart that God's creation is He created them male and female, and that should not be denied, when I am censored for saying those type of things, that is wrong.
Why can't I do a transphobia? Porn exists. Hey, can't argue with that logic, can ya? Hey, if you fap, I get to do a transphobia. Every time you nut, I get to call you invalid. That's fact. That's a fact. Fact.
You see, here's the real situation. I decided to run for Congress because I
Censored on the House floor on live TV. True. Look how censored.
wanted to help our country. I want Americans to have our American dream. I want to protect our freedoms. This is what I ran for Congress on. I never once said during my entire campaign, QAnon. I never once said any of the things that I am being accused of today during my campaign. I never said any of these things since I have been elected for Congress. These were words of the past, and these things do not represent me. They do not represent my district, and they do not represent my values. Here's what I can tell you. I am beyond grateful for this opportunity, and I'll tell you why.
It's been 700 days, and you ran on these things, and the wasn't the Jewish space laser thing like recent? Am I nuts? Blamed the wildfires on Jewish space lasers. No, it was 2018. Rothschild space laser. We can't even get into the weeds with that shit. It's just nuts. It's nuts. She's expelled, yeah. Well, from her committee. They have to do the actual other one. You're taking her out of context, of course. True. Stop the Steal is QAnon adjacent. It's at minimum QAnon adjacent.
I believe in God with all my heart, and
Yikes.
I'm so grateful to be humbled, to be reminded that I'm a sinner and that Jesus died on the cross to forgive me for my sins.
Did they give this bitch 10 minutes to do this? This is awful.
And this is something that I absolutely rejoice in today, to tell you all. And I think it's important for all of us to remember none of us are perfect.
On the 21st, she filed. This is the same lady that. Thank you for that link, by the way. I forgot when that was. On the 21st of January, she wanted to impeach Joe Biden. So.
None of us are. And none of us can even come close to earning our way into heaven just by our acts and our works. But it's only
She's talking to the manager.
through the grace of God. And this is why I will tell you, as a member of this Congress, the 117th Congress, I'm a passionate person. I'm a competitor. I'm a fighter. I will work with you for good things for the people of this country. But the things I will not stand for is abortion. I think it's the worst thing this country has ever committed.
Slavery! Genocide, slavery, war crimes. No. Abortion. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wowzers.
And if we are to say in God we trust, how do we murder God's creation in the womb? Another thing I will say to this body is I want to work with all of you for our people. It should be America first always.
Why? I mean, sure, because that's what we have control over. But don't make decisions on American humans, and then have it harm non-American humans in the process. You know what I'm saying? So, 10 trillion people are aborted a month. That's true. That's true.
Always, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, except for definitely the part where you said our people. I think you mean white people. White people.
And if this
these people. I think you mean these people.
Congress is to tolerate members that condone riots that have hurt American people, attacked police officers, occupied federal property, burned businesses and cities, but yet wants to condemn me and crucify me in the public square for words that I said and I regret a few years ago, then I think we are in a real big problem, a very big problem.
We are in a real big problem.
What shall we do as Americans? Shall we stay divided like this? Will we allow the media that is just as guilty as QAnon of presenting truth and lies to divide us?
The hand that went across the top there. That was funny.
Will we allow ourselves to be addicted to hate and hating one another? I hope not, because that's not the future I want for my children, and it's not the future I want for any of your children. I yield back my time. Thank you.
All right, y'all better vote for your boy, okay? I need to be in there. We need more people. We need more people to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, dum dum? Hey, what the fuck are you talking about right now? Anybody in here know what the fuck she's talking about? Do we have a clue? No? Okay. Hey, can we like not have dumbasses, please? Like, can we? Surely you can put someone up for election in that district that's got like a I don't know, better than that. Just literally anything better than that. Nobody. Okay. All right. If we vote for you, what will you have written on your face mask? Don't be a fucking idiot. She can get in, you're just as able. No fucking shit, man. Our standards have dipped.